Grace said with a wicked smile. He was only incredible in one area, if you catch my drift. She gasped to see Sage's cheeks turn scarlet. Oh my gosh, Sage, are you seriously still a virgin? Was it written on her forehead? She didn't want to admit it to her gorgeous, successful, charming best friend. Guys fell all over themselves simply to be in Grace's presence. It wasn't like that with her. They'd run into her, literally, before they even knew she was standing there. It was mortifying. That's it. I'm taking you to Vegas, dressing you in my shortest, tightest outfit, and we're going clubbing. You'll star in a regular orgy before the night is over. Was she kidding? Frighteningly enough, Sage wasn't sure. Yes, I'm kidding, Sage. You can put away the deer-in-headlights eyes now. Seriously, have you looked in a mirror lately? You're an utter knockout with those green eyes, flaming red hair, and curves that could cause a pile-up. Why don't you exploit your natural assets a little more? Some of us have to work a lot harder to look as beautiful as you. You have got to be kidding me, Grace. You've always been the most stunning woman in the room. How in the world can you say that? Now, I really have to know what in the heck went on in New York. Her own insecurity was forgotten as she looked at Grace with new eyes. Who was this woman? What had happened to her best friend? And, more important, would Sage have to hunt down the Italian lover and spike his cocktail with arsenic? Wait, she was a doctor. She could dig up methods less easily traceable and make it look like a natural death. I promise at some point to tell you all about New York. I do, I swear, Grace added when Sage looked at her doubtfully. But right now, only happy thoughts are allowed. Please tell me you aren't still guarding the V card. Yep, that was the Grace she knew, not pulling any punches, coming right to the point. There hasn't been anyone worth giving it to, Grace. Oh, honey, at some point, you just have to get it over with. If you have these high expectations, and I know you do, you could be lonely forever. Sometimes it's okay to have a little fun, as long as you don't act like Heidi Benson and give it to the whole world. You know how busy medical school can be. Those are just excuses, doll. We can all make excuses until the cows come home, but you do realize that it's perfectly okay to let loose and enjoy yourself once in a while, don't you? I know it's okay to have fun. I just happen to think that learning medicine is a lot of fun. When Grace looked like she'd just swallowed and chewed an entire lemon, Sage repeated herself more emphatically. It is fun. Yeah, for smart kids like you. Even high school was a struggle for me. Add to the fact that my best friend is freaking Albert Einstein's reincarnation, and it was never fun. I wouldn't have made it if I hadn't cheated off you so much. That's not true, Grace. You did just fine in college without me. I think you just can't stand sitting down for 6 hours straight. There's nothing wrong with that. That's true. I hated having to sit there while the teachers went on and on. Who cares who the 20th president was? She stopped to send a vicious glare Sage's way. I swear, if you utter his name, I will smack you here and now. Sage closed her mouth. Grace knew her well. Yes, she'd been about to blurt out James A. Garfield, but today her head was feeling better, and Sage wanted to keep it that way. She remembered the time Grace slammed Bobby Tedder's head into a locker for correcting her grammar when she had said seen instead of saw, or vice versa. Bobby was always correcting people. The guy was sure to be a teacher, and man, did Grace have a mean right hook. I wasn't going to say it. Sage lied. Good. But still, I'd rather be smart and have all the answers. I really wish I'd taken my education more seriously. I guess I always just thought I was going to grow up, get married, have a dozen kids. I didn't think I'd ever need to use a degree. But I've learned that what a person expects doesn't matter. You could get your dream, live just the way you imagined, but you should always have a backup plan. Otherwise...